The World Trade Organization's 12th Ministerial Conference was held at its headquarters in Geneva this week. It was the first WTO Ministerial Conference in 4.5 years. China's Minister of Commerce, Wang Wentao, led a delegation to participate in the opening ceremony and delivered a speech at the plenary session, saying China firmly upholds the multilateral trading system with the WTO at its core. The WTO has played a huge positive role in promoting globalization and realizing trade prosperity. To this day, the multilateral trading system with the WTO at its core is still the cornerstone of international trade. But it is now encountering some difficulties. Some Western media say that it is facing one of its most dire moments, and some even warned that the organization is facing disintegration. And this mechanism is in serious jeopardy. It should be pointed out that the current difficulties encountered by the WTO are closely related to the increasing protectionism and unilateralism in Washington in recent years. Washington has also publicly expressed its dissatisfaction with the WTO's existing mechanism on many occasions, claiming that this mechanism allows China to exploit benefits and take advantage of developed countries. It believes that China has become the world's second-largest economy after its entry into the WTO, largely because China unfairly sold a lot of things to the US and made use of the WTO mechanism. But in the 21 years since China's accession to the WTO, China's contribution to world economic growth is close to 30% on average, a win-win situation for all. WTO Director General said in her opening remarks, the effective operation of the WTO is essential to safeguard global trade, and maintaining multilateral trading system with WTO at the core should be the premise of reforming WTO, which must be reaffirmed. In addition, we believe that the most urgent task is to restore the operation of the WTO appellate body and uphold the authority of WTO, resisting unilateralism and trade protectionism to continue harming globalization. The WTO has come a long way with 164 members today, and it has formed a set of mechanisms to promote free trade and settle differences. Multilateralism may encounter some setbacks, but it won't stop going forward.